Welcome to Vegas Hockey Hub here in the sports entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, on PRConnectionsRadio.com, the voice of new media. I'm your host, Ian Kelly. We have a fantastic episode planned out for everyone watching around the world. Now, as much as we love to talk about your Vegas Golden Knights, as much as we love to go over all of the best players your Vegas Golden Knights have to offer, we need to address certain players. Not only address them, but spotlight certain players who are in the Henderson Silver Knights. We need to spotlight certain players who played for their ECHL Savannah Ghost Pirates. In other words, what tonight's show is going to be is we are going to be going over certain prospects in the Vegas Golden Knights system that in October of 2022 have made a statement. 5 prospects for your Vegas Golden Knights that in October of 2022 have made an impact and you need to know about it. So, first prospect for your Vegas Golden Knights, he's currently playing in Henderson right now, playing at the Dollar Loan Center up in Henderson, Nevada, and that is defenseman Leighton Ayak. Now, defenseman Leighton Ayak, he currently is entering his 3rd season as a prospect for the Vegas Golden Knights. He is currently entering his season playing out in Vegas. Now, before I give you a little bit about what he's doing so far in 2022, 2023, we need to go and take a step back and we need to look at what Leighton Ayak has done. So Leighton Ayak, who is a 21-year-old defenseman for the Vegas Golden Knights, he is from Vancouver, British Columbia, up in Canada. He was drafted in the 3rd round of the 2019 NHL draft by Vegas. He is currently on an entry-level deal, making about $800,000 for Vegas. Now, before he entered a professional hockey, he played in the BCHL for Prince George Spruce Kings, putting up 32 points in 53 games. Then he moves on and he plays college hockey. He plays NCAA Division I hockey at the Ohio State University, playing for the Buckeyes out in Ohio State. In 2 seasons playing college hockey, he put up 12 points in his tenure with Ohio State and had about 46 penalty minutes and a +3 during that time period. So Leighton Ayak gets his opportunity. He plays in lucky 13 games in 2020, 2021. He had 2 points in 13 games +2, and he had 4 penalty minutes. Interesting enough, in the 2021 AHL playoffs, he actually was on the roster for Henderson, and he actually played in a game in 2021 playoffs. Moving on to last season, he had played in 32 games for the Henderson Silver Knights, had 6 points and 8 penalty minutes playing for Henderson, and even had a AHL playoff goal for Henderson and the 2 playoff games they did in 2022. So, in the first 5 games for Henderson Silver Knights, the first 5 games Henderson has played in the young 2022 season in the month of October, Leighton Ayak has made a statement by not only scoring his first goal as a professional hockey player in the regular season, he also has an assist in this campaign. So Leighton Ayak has 2 points in 4 games, has 6 penalty minutes, but it's not about the stats that you have to pay attention to. I say this a lot on this show, and I'm going to say it once again. Stats can be deceiving. There are some players who put up great stats but are a liability on the ice. Then there's some people who don't put up a lot of stats for Vegas. They don't put a lot of stats in hockey. But when you watch them, either in person or on TV, you can tell that they have talent. You can tell all of the hockey IQ and everything that's going on with Leighton Ayak. And interesting enough, Leighton Ayak, he has been performing phenomenal for Henderson. When you're watching him play against San Jose, against Bakersfield, against Tucson, he has been a standout on defense for Henderson. The way he has been able to conduct himself at 21 years old, playing in the AAA Hockey League, playing in the AHL, Leighton Ayak, he has been an incredible talent for Henderson, and he's had 2 points in 5 games for Henderson, but that's not what matters. What matters is when you watch him play in Henderson, when you watch Leighton Ayak playing for Henderson, the way he conducts himself, the way he moves the puck down the ice, the way he contributes as a player in Henderson, that is what matters. So that's the first prospect we really wanted to pay attention to here on Vegas Hockey Hub on PRConnectionsRadio.com, the voice of new media. Defenseman Leighton Ayak, 2 points in 4 games for the Henderson Silver Knights, but his contribution to Henderson has been great. So the second defenseman that you really want to talk about and really want to focus on is Russian defenseman Danny Chaka. Now, Danny Chaka is a 20-year-old Russian defenseman who came from the KHL, and he is now playing in the AHL for Las Vegas. He is with the Henderson Silver Knights, and he has been in 4 games so far in the young 2022 season. This is the same Danny Chaka who played in the Ontario Hockey League, the OHL, playing for the Storm, and he had 39 points in 53 games in 2021-2022. Keep in mind, this is the same guy who at 18 years old was playing in the KHL, playing in the most professional hockey league in Russia. This was a guy who put up 2 points in 11 games in the KHL, and this is also someone who has played multiple seasons in the professional hockey league with that KHL experience and is now in the AHL. But what I want to point out with Danny Chaka is he is once again another player that stat-wise isn't phenomenal, but when you watch him play and you watch his professionalism, he doesn't look like a 20-year-old young defenseman. No, when he is on the ice and he is performing for Vegas, Danny Chaka, regardless if he is in a preseason game for the Vegas Golden Knights or if he's playing for the Henderson Silver Knights in the AHL, Danny Chaka, he has been performing not like a rookie, but instead has been performing like a veteran out in Henderson. And for a 20-year-old who's had less than 15 games as a professional hockey player in North America, that is an incredible achievement to have. To have someone who has been able to do a lot in Henderson and to do a lot in his minor league career. So, as we're talking about the prospect conversation here on Vegas Hockey Hub, I'm your host, Ian Rakelli. Now we are going to get to another defenseman and the last defenseman that we are going to be discussing from Henderson, and that is their captain up in Henderson, Brayden Pachal. Now, Brayden Pachal should be no shocker to anyone who's in Vegas. Brayden Pachal has been with Vegas since 2019-2020. As a matter of fact, he was part of the Chicago Wolves when Vegas had an agreement with them before becoming the Henderson Silver Knights. That's how long he's been part of Vegas. And when it comes to Brayden Pachal, he is someone who should be, in my opinion, getting more respect for what he has done in Henderson. Brayden Pachal had not only an exceptional junior career, but is starting to have a solid minor league career in Henderson. So, when he was with the Victoria Royals of the WHL, he had 9 points in 75 games, but had 75 penalty minutes during that time. He also played in 12 playoff games in the WHL for the Victoria Royals. He then moves on to the Prince Albert Raiders of the WHL, has 3 seasons with them, puts up 51 points in his 2018 season with 113 penalty minutes and a plus 76 in the WHL. That is insanely good for a defenseman to have a plus 76 in juniors. He also appeared in 30 playoff games for the Prince Albert Raiders and actually put up 12 points, 2 of them being goals, and had 34 penalty minutes. So he goes over, he joins the Chicago Wolves in the AHL, has 10 points, 44 penalty minutes, in 1 goal in 48 games that season. Year 2 in 2020-2021 has 7 points, 16 penalty minutes, a plus 6, and 2 goals in 24 games. He also appeared in his first action of the AHL playoffs in 2021, and he actually put up 2 points in 5 playoff games. And then lastly, his most recent season in 2021-2022, when he became the captain of the Henderson Silver Knights, he had 11 points, 2 goals, 90 penalty minutes in a full 65 games for the Henderson Silver Knights. He also made his first action in the NHL when he had 2 games for Vegas during their injury-riddled 2021 campaign. So for a guy who is 23 years old, Brayden Pachal has had an incredible career so far. Brayden Pachal, at 23 years old, has played in the WHL, ECHL, AHL, and the NHL so far. But what does that have to do with 2022? What does that have to do with October of 2022? Well, it actually has to do with a lot, because Brayden Pachal in 6 games for the Henderson Silver Knights has had a goal, 2 assists, 3 points, and a whopping 23 penalty minutes for the Henderson Silver Knights. Brayden Pachal has been not only the face of the Henderson Silver Knights, he has been someone who has his teammates back. He is someone who everybody has been paying attention to because he's always around the ice. He's always getting stuff done. He is achieving a lot in Henderson. So Brayden Pachal, I give him a lot of props. Not only for being the captain of the Henderson Silver Knights at 23 years old, not only for playing 2 professional hockey games for Vegas in his career, but as a prospect, he is someone that Vegas could call up if an injury happens. Or let's say that Zach Whitecloud obtains an injury. Let's say Brayden McNabb suffers an injury. Well, Brayden Pachal could be their replacement. All right, Danny Chaka could be their replacement. Those guys are ready for the NHL. Those guys are ready to play for Vegas. So we got about 2 prospects left to talk about. We're going to go over to the Savannah Ghost Pirates of the ECHL. And these 2 prospects, Patrick Goy, he is in the ECHL right now and has put up 4 points in 2 games so far. Is also the same guy who had 104 points, 55 of them being goals, in the KMJHL, playing for the Charlottetown Islanders of that series. He also put up 13 goals in 15 playoff games for 28 points in the JHL last season. I want everyone to watch out for this guy, because not only was he drafted in the 5th round by the Vegas Golden Knights in the most recent 2022 draft, not only is he 20 years old, but he is a player that could become a good player for Vegas someday if the cards end up going the right way. This is a guy who put up over 200 points playing in the KMJHL over his career. This is a guy who, by the way, is projected to have 70 points in the ECHL this season, the Savannah Ghost Pirates. So watch out for him. Watch out for this guy. He is going to be a good player for the Vegas Golden Knights eventually down the road. And I just wanted to point that out because he has 4 points already in the ECHL for the Savannah Ghost Pirates. And the last prospect that I really need to talk about, he has spent time in the ECHL, he has spent time in the AHL, and that is Daniel Diamato. Now, Diamato spent 4 seasons in the OHL playing for the Erie Otters. And this is a guy who averaged a point per game as their captain in his final season in 2021. He then goes to the Henderson Silver Knights and puts up 3 points in 5 games in the AHL. He also goes to the Henderson Silver Knights and then the Savannah Ghost Pirates and puts up 3 points in 2 games in the ECHL. He is currently projected to get 72 points this season in the ECHL, and majority of them are going to be assists, as right now he has 3 assists in 2 games in the Savannah Ghost Pirates. So those are really the 5 prospects I wanted to talk about for our prospect watch of the Vegas Golden Knights for October of 2022. I will repeat them one more time. The first one was defenseman Leighton Ayak of the Henderson Silver Knights. He has been putting up some stellar films, some stellar highlight reels for the Henderson Silver Knights. The second one is Danny Chaka, who's coming over from the KHL, coming over from Russia, playing for the Henderson Silver Knights in the AHL, and has been performing excellently on the ice for Henderson. The last one from Henderson is defenseman Braden Packle, who is a team captain in Henderson, and someone who a lot of people should be watching out for because he has been doing great as a team captain up in Henderson, and his statistics back that up. And then the 2 players from the ECHL, the Double-A affiliate of the Vegas Golden Knights, Savannah Ghost Pirates, that you have to pay attention to is 20-year-old Patrick Goyer, who has put up 4 points in 3 games for the Savannah Ghost Pirates after having a 104-point season in the KMJHL for the Charlottetown Islanders last season. And then Daniel Diamato, who is a 21-year-old in the ECHL, he is currently on pace to have 70 points for the Savannah Ghost Pirates. He has had 3 points in 2 games so far in October 2022. So as we're covering those right now, I want to give a very quick update to what has been happening with Henderson and what has been happening with Savannah. Because this is kind of a minor league show for this Monday. Kind of going to be talking about the minor league part of the Vegas Golden Knights. Because, look, I could talk about the NHL. I could discuss the NHL all day long. But talking about minor league hockey is very important because of what they can have, what they can do. So, getting over to the AHL and talking about the Henderson Silver Knights, what has happened so far with them? Unfortunately, they have started out with a 1-5 record to start October for the Henderson Silver Knights. The Henderson Silver Knights, with their 1-5 record, here's what a quick recap of it would have been. So they started the season out in Henderson, lost a grueling 2-1 matchup against Tucson, and then won their first game of the season, and so far their only game of the season, by beating Tucson 6-2 on October 15th. October 18th, they lose 5-3. They had to travel up to Ontario and lose in Ontario. They head back home to the Dollar Loan Center, lose a grueling 4-3 loss against Bakersfield before having a back-to-back series in San Jose at the SAP Center. And they lost in a shutout to San Jose Barracudas 4-0, and then losing a grueling back-and-forth game against San Jose 3-2. So 1-5 to start the season for the Henderson Silver Knights. I do want to mention to all the people watching around the world, if you are in Henderson, you're in Vegas right now, October 28th, October 29th, mark your calendar. The Henderson Silver Knights will be at the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada, taking on the Colorado Avalanche, AAA affiliate, the Colorado Eagles. So, if you want to see the best prospects from the reigning, defending Stanley Cup champions, then they're going to be playing in Henderson. I would highly recommend doing that. So, October 28th, October 29th, if you want to see Colorado take on Henderson, go down to the Dollar Loan Center. It's a fantastic arena. So, moving over to that side, talking about the roster very quickly, I also wanted to briefly mention was the fact that they also have a lucky 7 pack for the Henderson Silver Knights. If you want to join their 7 pack, they will have a 7 game offer that you can be a part of. So the Henderson Silver Knights doing their lucky 7 pack. So here's what the 7 pack includes. November 19th, Military Appreciation Night, which is going to be phenomenal. December 3rd, a Lucky launch, which they're going to be doing for their mascot, Lucky. January 14th will be a throwback to the Las Vegas Thunder, who was the International Hockey League team that was here before Henderson and before Vegas. So January 14th, Las Vegas Thunder Night. February 11th, Pink in the Rink. They're going to be wearing special pink jerseys, and there's going to be pink themed attire on February 11th for the Henderson Silver Knights. You're also going to be having a birthday bash for Lucky, who's the mascot for the Henderson Silver Knights, on March 4th. You're going to have a organ donor night on April 7th. And then on April 15th will be Fan Appreciation Night. So that would be your 7 pack for the Henderson Silver Knights. And if anyone also wanted to find out what the Silver Knights promotional schedule is, they're also going to have a recovery night on New Year's Day, January 1st. They're also going to be having a honky tonk night on December 17th and a fright night on Saturday, October 29th. And I will say one last part when it comes to the Henderson Silver Knights, one important thing that I really want to talk about. Because if this wasn't a concern, I wouldn't talk about it, but I do believe that it is a very important topic, and that is that the Henderson Silver Knights have different jerseys they're going to be wearing throughout the year. Not only are they going to have the silver jerseys and the white jerseys for home and away, but they're also going to be having a Nevada Day night where they were wearing special jerseys. They're going to be having special themes throughout the entire year. So I just wanted to very quickly mention that because I know some people aren't going to talk about that. The fact that the Henderson Silver Knights, being a minor league hockey team, they're actually going to have special themed attire during the season. They're going to have special jersey kits for the Henderson Silver Knights, which I think is a fantastic move. So the Savannah Ghost Pirates, they also, the brand new ECHL team for the Vegas Golden Knights, they not only have 3 jerseys that are currently on sale right now, this is also the Savannah Ghost Pirates, who are going to be at the Martin Luther King Jr. Arena up in Georgia. So the arena for the Savannah Ghost Pirates is going to be named after Martin Luther King Jr. They also have announced that their jerseys are going to be doing giveaways throughout the year, and their upcoming games are going to be fascinating to watch. So I actually want to point that out right now. So here is the schedule for the Savannah Ghost Pirates because I actually think they're pretty incredible. So for the ECHL, the Savannah Ghost Pirates, their recent matchup against the Fort Wayne Comet, who used to be the ECHL affiliate for the Vegas Golden Knights, will be Friday and Saturday. They're going to be having a 2-game series against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, who are the ECHL affiliate of the the Los Angeles Kings. So you are going to be having a few games that are going to be playing against the Savannah Ghost Pirates against teams in the ECHL who are going to be going up against the best people in the NHL. You're going to be having young prospects in the NHL playing in the ECHL for their respective teams. As a matter of fact, the Fort Wayne Comets, once again, used to be the Vegas Golden Knights affiliate before they ended up going their separate ways. They are now the Edmonton Oilers affiliate. So the Vegas Golden Knights are going to be doing a 2-game series against the Edmonton Oilers affiliate. They're going to be going up against the Los Angeles Kings and their affiliate. They also will be playing a game in Florida, which is a team with the Florida Panthers. So the Savannah Ghost Pirates are going to be going up against around the same teams that Henderson will be going up around the same teams that Vegas will. And I'm actually going to give a lot of credit to the ECHL for doing this because the ECHL has kept majority of the teams on the West Coast around the same as everybody else. They pretty much have kept certain zones and certain divisions around the same in the ECHL as they have done in the NHL. That actually has been one problem I kind of have with the AHL to an extent. The division, some of them are really awkward. A lot of them are very bulky. There really isn't a lot of positives about the way they structure their division. The ECHL, I give them props because their standings and their divisions are very simple, and you can kind of figure out who is who. All right, you can kind of tell who they're going to be facing off against and who are they going to be going up against in their division. So I give a lot of props to ECHL for doing what they are doing right now and the way they structure their division in the ECHL. So we have about 3 minutes left here on Vegas Hockey Hub. Wanted to do our prospect watch and kind of go over the minor league hockey teams that are affiliated with the Vegas Golden Knights. I also want to give a quick shout out to UNLV Hockey. If you haven't been able to go out to UNLV Hockey, if you haven't been able to see a UNLV Rebel hockey game, I highly encourage it. As a matter of fact, they are actually going to be having a game recently. They're going to be coming up for the UNLV. They're going to be playing at City National Arena on October 27th and playing a game on October 29th against Arizona State. So if you want to see UNLV hockey, October 27th, October 29th, go support UNLV Rebels hockey going up against Arizona State, an opponent up in the Pac-12. UNLV obviously doing the Mountain West. Also later in the schedule, they're going to be going up against teams like San Diego State, Grand Canyon University, University of Arizona. They're going to be playing Oklahoma University if you want to watch the Sooners play. So UNLV hockey, college hockey, NCAA Division I hockey is a fantastic thing to watch. I highly recommend supporting your local college hockey. I also briefly want to mention one more team because I actually support this. I actually believe that they're doing great right now. And that is the Las Vegas Thunderbirds. Las Vegas Thunderbirds, they are currently shaping up for the season. They're going to be having a bunch of games going on at City National Arena and them playing against teams like Long Beach, going up against a bunch of teams. So I will say go support junior hockey. That is the Las Vegas Thunderbirds. Go support college hockey with UNLV. Go support minor league hockey with Savannah Ghost Pirates and the Henderson Silver Knights. And of course, go support the Vegas Golden Knights, the NHL, the top premier league of hockey here in Las Vegas. So until next time, go support all of your local hockey teams. Continue to watch Vegas Hockey Hub. Continue to watch all the products on PR Connections Radio and all the shows that are on prconnectionsradio.com. And until next time, go Knights, go.